conversation with the doctor at that point. Some people, though, absolutely, like I said, they might not actually know. And it might just be that and I'll show you the kind of numbers that we look at in a second, that their numbers are a bit lower, and they might not actually be aware that that is their diagnosis. But that's another reason that we're here today, so I'm keen to get your ideas or experiences about that.
Will you get a sign? Will you get any warning sign if you've got
Yeah,
it?
that's a really good question. So I'll come on to that with what's the kind of common moments that it presents itself. I'll come on to that in the next slide actually. So quick summary of what the kidneys do. They're kind of fist-shaped organs that sit behind, like where my fists are, just under your ribs. They're made up of miles and miles of tiny, tiny tubes, and their main role is to filter the blood. So who's had asparagus wheat? Asparagus wheat. So if you have asparagus, your wheat smells a certain. There's other foods that might do that as well. Has anyone got any other examples of any foods that do that?
Beetroot colours.
So beetroot makes your wee red because your kidneys are basically they're taking out what you don't need of some of that colour. And so it's a really good kind of crude example of what the kidneys are doing. You can eat beetroot and then an hour later your wee will be purple. Has anyone ever called the GP about that? No. I have
called the GP on behalf of somebody
multiple
else.
people have done that because it's scary, because you suddenly see and you think that you're bleeding, but it's actually purple wheat from beetroot. But that's just an example of what they're doing. So they're filtering the blood, removing waste. By doing that, they regulate your blood pressure. So that's where there's a big kind of interplay with our blood pressure and how that's controlled. And that's why a lot of the medications that we use